President of the Supreme Court, Her Excellency Justice Esther Chayut, President of the International Association of Judges, Mr. Jose Manuel Igreja Matos, Secretary General of the International Association of Judges, Mr. Giacomo Oberto, President of the Israeli Association of Judges, Justice Yaron Levy, distinguished judges, ladies and gentlemen. We are proud to host for the first time in Israel the annual meeting of the International Association of Judges. The State of Israel was founded nearly 75 years ago. The majority of Jewish immigrants to the new country came from non-democratic states. However, the new Israeli society kept to the Zionist vision of developing a democratic country. On May 14, 1948, David Ben-Gurion read these words, not very far from here. The State of Israel will be based on freedom and justice and will ensure complete equality of social and political rights to all its citizens, of all religions, race, or sex. Ever since, consistently, the State of Israel is a unique beacon of democracy in the Middle East. Our democratic system is robust and full-fledged. One aspect of Israeli democracy that we are proud of is our independent judiciary. The judges are solely guided by the rule of law. The Israeli courts regularly review the administrative actions of the government. The courts also have the power to review the legislation of the Knesset and strike down acts that are not constitutional. This has happened numerous times. Another component of the Israeli democracy is our deep commitment to the rule of law. In the words of the late Prime Minister Menachem Begin, quote, "Within our homeland, justice shall be the supreme ruler, the ruler over all rulers. Defense of human rights and the supremacy of the rule of law were enshrined despite constant security threats and the prolonged states of emergency declared over since Israel's establishment. However, given the challenges that young states faced, there was political agreement to establish Israel's constitution in stages by enacting basic laws. The first basic laws established the branches of governance, the Knesset, Israel's parliament, the executive, the armed forces, and the judiciary. In 1992, the Knesset passed two basic laws protecting individual human rights, basic law protecting human dignity and liberty, and the freedom of occupation. In 2018, the Knesset passed the basic law, Israel as the nation state of the Jewish people. The State of Israel, as both Jewish and democratic, was given constitutional status. When I entered office, I promoted the basic law rights in the criminal process, which passed in its first reading in Knesset. This bill seeks to give constitutional status to rights in investigation and trial, such as the right for due process and the right to remain silent. A strong commitment to the rule of law enables stability. It leads to economic prosperity. It is in the best interests of citizens, ensuring civil well-being. Israel has worked hard to bring about this reality. Our commitment to the stability of our democracy and the rule of law is to ensure that our children and future generations will continue to live and prosper in a free country. I welcome you to Israel and wish you an enjoyable evening and a fruitful conference.